Hello everyone. Today we got another Age of Empire 4's episode, and we're starting this one a little bit early at the 3:30 mark because Sass has actually gotten a build down. He doesn't quite now he has enough food, but he has gotten a 3:30 age up plus night timing, which I didn't know was possible. I thought the fastest you could get was like a 3:45, but this is insanely quickly. These nights only have 29 seconds age up time, which means the night will complete before the 4-minute mark. And uh, this is a French mirror. First off, I should have said that earlier. French mirror, Wham, pink, Sass, red. But this is an extremely fast night, and Sass knows he needs to react, and he makes a tower. But these first nights coming out can make a big difference, as you can see. Sass already getting started on his second night when Wham is only just about to finish his first. I'm probably gonna come back into this game and try to steal this build order because this looks sick as hell. Oh, all right, yeah. So I mean, let's go do the standard casting stuff. We got the French mirror. We're gonna see a bunch of aggression out of both players. But yeah, already some aggression coming through. Looks like some damage on this first night. Did not find any value with it. But, oh wait, no, this is Sass chasing Wham. So he's already gotten damage on one night. Some walls coming up. Where is this knight going exactly? He's going all the way around from the other side. He might think that there's some bills on stone over here. I'm not sure. I would think it might be better to just keep it with the other knight and try to take favorable engagements. Although it might... No, the Vil doesn't go out. I was about to say it might catch this Vil if it tries to wall up. Wham seems to know exactly where this knight is, however. Is this a bit of map hacks coming through from Wham? No. Okay, he doesn't see it actually. I guess he's trying to do his own sneak. The thing is, there's not really much raids to do. Oh, and Sass going for a second TC as well. Sass with the knight advantage and a second TC, although he is going to stop making knights. What I would love to see, he already has enough stone, or he needs a little bit more. But ideally, when you go for a second TC in the French versus French, you do make some spears to defend yourself. Because he's not going to be... He does delete the mining camp. Maybe try to hide it, but like there's this big ruin of a mining camp, so it doesn't really do much. I wonder if you could like, make a house and then cancel it. Would this like little ruin go away and maybe it wouldn't be noticed? Maybe. Yeah, but okay. Our own second TC from Wham, and Wham, he is psychologically distressed from the fast age up from the French, and he is just sticking in his base, which is probably the correct thing. Yeah, probably what Sass wanted to do, because now he is gonna get raided. He is gonna lose a Vil. Yeah, one Vil goes down. We could have maybe seen two, but I do love Sass's build. I think in almost any other matchup it would be correct, but if you are going to go for a second TC in a French mirror, this barracks needs to come down way sooner. Do we have a Vil kill over here? No. We just got 5 Vils on gold, and he's staying on gold. So the initial timing was great for Sass, and now we're probably gonna see. Is this another Vil kill? We don't have wheelbarrow. Yeah, we do have wheelbarrow for yeah, like this. You're never gonna. This TC is not gonna get down right here. Sass is coming back home with his knights now, but if Wham is moving out with his own knights, and this might be a disaster. Moments away from disaster. Clickbait YouTube title. Oh, the Vils pulled their ships. They're fighting the knight. They are fighting the knight. They actually kill it. There weren't any spears there. That was pure Vils taking on the knight. Okay, the knights from Sass get here, but the knights from Wham are on the way. And a thing to note is Wham has not gotten off gold. He's he's continuing to make knights. Meanwhile, Sass isn't gonna have any more knights out. Oh no, no, this is a disaster. Oh, but Wham is blind apparently, so he doesn't see it. Okay, now he sees it. Now he sees it. But there's already 2 knights, 2 spearmen. These spearmen don't even have their hardened upgrade. Unhardened spearmen do not do well against knights. Like, they still trade cost effectively, but whereas 2 spearmen would win convincingly against a knight, 2 unhardened, 2 regular Dark Age spearmen, now they're hardened, like barely win. And so you really want to have that hardened upgrade through, but I don't think Sass had the gold because he got off it really fast. And now, yeah, Sass is in trouble. Wham is up 5 vills. He hasn't made a barracks yet. He is just making pure stables. In this matchup, you can see both sides go into just pure spear, because neither of them want to make knights if the opponent's making spears, but neither of them want to make archers because the opponent could just switch into knights. But right now, Wham does have the advantage because, you know, 6 knights will beat 3 knights, 3 spearmen. And then the knights can just do so much more. The barracks, or the blacksmith coming down from Wham right here. Do we have a blacksmith? No, I mean, he's just now getting back on gold, so I guess we wouldn't see the blacksmith. We do have these villagers gathering wood from the TC. This is an annoying thing that villagers absolutely love gathering wood, even when you put the TC or the gur right on top of a deer pack. They'll say, no, we're just gonna gather some wood. And I've lost games because I've put a deer pack right, or I put a TC, or I put a gur right on top of a deer pack, and then there'll be like one straggler tree way out and all the vills go to it. And then I look back 30 seconds later and I have 0 food because all of these vills have been gathering wood for like 30 seconds. Or, I mean, I'm kind of exaggerating that. It's more like probably a minute or something. Yeah, okay, some spearmen do get cleaned up, but the knights do lose HP, and no villagers were harmed in the making of this video, so it's not bad. I think Wham is definitely ahead, and he's getting his walls up. This is actually really good. He's securing both of these deer packs. Doesn't even have to think about it, really. Meanwhile, like, the deer pack over here is still very exposed, and I don't think Wham will let any walls go up over here because he keeps pressuring. Walls coming out over here, but even if you wall up this entire side, what are you securing? A single berry pack? It's not that big of a deal, and you can see how, like, these small differences in spawns can make a big change in the game. Alright, 52 52 vills to 46, and double the army pop. Okay, Wham's starting to make his own spears, but he's got 11 knights on the table right now. Alright, we got blacksmith. We don't have our defensive techs yet, but the French obviously get the melee attack for free. Which is actually a big deal in this matchup, purely because you have a lot of times you have spears just fighting against other spears, and when you only have 8 attack on a spear, going from 8 to attack to 9 attack is really good, because it means that you know, I think it's 12 attacks, or yeah, I think it's 12 attacks for a spearman with 8 melee attack to kill another spearman, but it's only 10 if they have 9 attack, and so that's a big difference. More vills going on to food. So right now, like, Wham has his TCs, like all his food sources are pretty close. He's still losing vills though to these raids. Oh, and he's gonna lose more. I'm like, and Wham is going castle right now, and he's going castle with Guildhall. He does not, like, he could totally go Royal Institute in this situation and probably just win the game off of Royal Institute. But instead, he's just like, I I don't need to do that. I'm so far ahead this game. I might as well just go Guildhall, and I guess it does make sense because he is just kind of making a bunch of spears. Although, yeah, he kind of threw away these knights, or I wouldn't say throw away because he did get like more Vil kills, obviously, which is good. But like he did trade out the knights, and so I would say if he didn't trade them out, you definitely want to go Royal Institute. But you know, 15 knights is the threshold really where Royal Institute becomes really strong, and WAM's only about on 11. But Guildhall is a very underutilized landmark. Like this landmark, when it's gathering at its peak, it's equal to about 10 Vils, and it can gather stone, which is just huge in the late game, especially for France, which it really relies. France's really only eco advantage is that its units are cheaper, but they're only cheaper when they're next to keeps. And keeps, it's so hard to fit that in to like actually putting it on your production because you want to like put keeps on all these big golds. Talking about the big golds, I swear big gold spawns are the most uneven thing in Age of Empires 4. Like SAS has one that he gets for free, and then there's one in the mid-map. That's a bit closer to WAM, I guess, but it's still definitely a mid-map. Like, you can't call it, it's right next to a sacred site. You can't say it's really on WAM's side of the map. Are we thinking about relics here? Oh, it is? Oh, it's a mass ARB transition. Okay. This is actually really strong because obviously if your opponent is going Spear Knight, ARBs actually counter both of them. ARBs, to be honest, they counter Spearmen harder than they counter Knights. And you might think that's wild because the ARBs, obviously, they have bonus damage versus heavy, and Spearmen aren't heavy. But they have 5 melee armor. And the Spearmen, you know, they only go up to 9 attack in Castle. And so it's just, like, the Spearmen do 0 damage against the ARBs. And so even if they're like biting in melee range, the ARBs are still gonna do a lot. And it's kind of hard to get like all your spearmen fighting at the same time when you've got like 40 spears. So yeah. Where's the monastery though? No monastery. I mean, if you don't have a monastery and you're not picking up relics, you know. I mean, I guess he might be afraid of like SAS just stays feudal and kills him. But, you know, capturing these relics, they can just secure your late game so well. Is SAS thinking about Castle? SAS is definitely thinking, oh my god, but he's gonna kill so many Vils. Or WAM is gonna kill so many Vils. Yeah, look at this actually. Look at that military count. WAM is just completely ahead right now. This would be the greatest comeback of all time if SAS comes back from this game now, because it is not looking good for him at all. Morville's going down, and this is what I was talking about. Yeah, and it's just a GG. Alright. Great game out of both players. I'm definitely going to rewatch this and try to copy SAS's build because that looked incredible.